Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Edward Joseph, and let's talk live. kENNEkA Jenkins, September the 8th, 2024. All right, let's talk. Well, today, people, it has been such an interesting day. I am here. I am back live, and I am going to talk about some things, peoples. Peoples, kENNEkA Jenkins, September the 8th, 2024. You guys come on in. You guys come on in. You guys come on in, for there's so much to talk about, peoples. You guys come on in. Peoples, we are here and we are back. And we are back to talk about kENNEkA Jenkins, peoples. Peoples, we are back. And this has been 7 years to date that the kENNEkA Jenkins case has been, and that of what happened to kENNEkA Jenkins has been, peoples. And so we're here, we're back to talk about kENNEkA Jenkins, peoples. And we're back to expose and we're back to call out the hilarious and nefarious people for the madness that they have been speaking forever and a day. Peoples, we have literally had caught all of these people, all of her so-called friends, in a fault, lying on kENNEkA. And for what reason, peoples? For what reason did Irene Monifa Shemaya had to lie, peoples? And we're going to see if Bree lied, peoples. We don't know just yet, but we're going to explore that on today. We're going to see if Bree lied, peoples. But so far, we know that Irene, Monifa, and Shemaya had lied. And they lied majorly, peoples. We know that TM and Lenora lied. And the question is, people, why did they lie? Why did they lie? Because the things that they were saying, peoples, doesn't measure up to that of what was being shown. And see, peoples, what we did was we got the, we literally got the case files, and we were talking about the other people who had given their testimonies. And so, peoples, what we're going to do now is we're going to go back. We're going to go ahead and finish listening to Irene's lie. We're going to go and look for all of the other commentaries and narratives that the other people have given. And we're going to continue with what we had did on yesterday. So, peoples, if you guys give me a moment, let me get me a glass of ice cold lemonade, and then I'll be right back. But in the meantime, in between time, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen, peoples, and we're going to get into this, peoples. And so then, let me share my screen this way. We're going to call up the thumbnail for kENNEkA Jenkins for this round. So I really don't want to delete anything, but if I have to, then I will. So let me see what I can delete, peoples. Really don't want to delete anything, but if I have to, then let me see what I can delete, peoples. Let me see what I can delete, peoples. Okay, if I have to, then it'll be this one. If I have to. So let me delete this overlay and let me add the overlay. We're going to add this one right here. So I know I'll be having some good overlays, but, you know, hey, But today we're talking about kENNEkA Jenkins peoples. So you guys give me a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, peoples, I am back. All right, so as we discussed on yesterday, peoples, we have literally caught Irene in a major lie with what she was saying. We literally caught Irene in a major lie. And Irene had literally said, she told us she had kENNEKA Jenkins' phone. That's what she said. Irene told us that she had kENNEKA's phone, but yeah, one thing that Irene failed to tell us is that there was a guy that was in that party as well that had seen things and had went to the police station with his mother and gave a testimony. He had interviewed with the police and he had given the police his rendition as to what he saw happen at the party. And I tend to believe him more so than Irene because his story tends to be a lot more reasonable and plausible people's. Because the way that Shemaiah Monifa had literally tried to express and explain how kENNEKA came up missing, that just didn't sit well with me. You guys hold on for a moment. Okay, peoples, I am back. And plus, peoples, when we tend to sit and analyze Irene's story, it doesn't support and it doesn't give any weight to the various things that she's saying. Because when we compare what she says to what Shemaiah had said and to what the guy that was at the party had said, something is amiss here because for the simple fact that the video that we seen in Irene's live at the part when we heard kENNEKA in the background saying, "I'm not drunk. I am enjoying myself." But yet we don't see no kENNEKA. And then we don't see kENNEKA being carried or walking out of the room. What we do clearly see is Irene being tapped on the head, and then subsequently she leaves the room. Amongst other people who have left the room, which one can assume, since we heard the voice of kENNEKA say, "I'm not drunk. I am enjoying myself." Everybody subsequently leaves the room except Monifa. And we still don't see kENNEkA being taken out of the room. So, what I want to do, people, is I want to go back to Irene's live for the interview that she gave with Zach TV. But I also want to go back to Irene's live the day of. She was proclaiming that kENNEkA was still in the room with them. Okay. Let me go. Um, Let me go to my homepage and let's go to kENNEkA. I think I got Irene's live on there. I think I do, people. So let me do this. Let me see if I can call up Irene's live. Let me share my screen a different way. And okay, I am. So let me see if I have Irene's live. Let me see if I have Irene's live on my downloads. You guys have to forgive me. I'm sitting up here trying to eat as well. Last night I was so hungry, I damn near passed out. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to take care of myself and I'm going to make sure that I eat so I can keep up my strength. Because I can't eat. I cannot go live and not eat. All right, so let me go to my downloads, peoples. Let me check and see my downloads and let me check my videos and things. So we're going to go to Wondershare 14 first and let's look at the downloaded videos. And let's check and see if we have Irene's live. I'm sure I do. I got pretty much a lot of the videos and stuff that I wanted and things. So I just wanted to check here first and see, since this was done on. Now, that was TY's live. This is TY's live original. So I don't need two of them, so we're going to delete that one. And then let's see here. Let's look at this here, peoples. Let's see if we have Irene's live, peoples. So let's take a look at this here, peoples. Let's see here. All right, so we got some deleted footage from Irene's live that was deleted that someone was able to capture. We don't need three of these, so we're going to delete this one. Y'all hold on for a moment. All right, people, so I'm back. I was just deleting all of the extra videos that I had, but there's been some deleted footage in the Irene's live that we're going to take a look at, and then I got Zach TV. I don't need all of these extra videos and stuff, so just want to make sure that everything is the same before I delete it. Yeah, it is. So we're just going to delete these extras because I don't need three of everything. Save memory on my computer, but this is what we're going to do, people. I'm trying to look for the. I'm trying to look for the video for Irene's live, but I have it here. But this is the deleted video footage. So we're going to play this, and then we're going to play this. So let's play this. Before I do that, let me make sure that these are not, these are duplicates. Yeah, these are all duplicates. God, I don't know why I got so many duplicates of the videos. That's crazy. But we're going to do this, peoples, and then we're going to compare what Irene had said because, see, Irene's story ain't lining up, peoples. It is not lining up. So, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play back the deleted video footage for Irene's live. It says 3 minutes of deleted footage before Irene's live. So let's go ahead and take a look at that first and foremost. Okay, this is mainly for the newer people that's following the page. Okay, so peoples, I'm gonna stop right here just for a moment so I can talk for a second or two. So as you can see, this is the deleted video footage from Irene's live before she went live, and you can clearly see that the party is dead. It ain't no party. The party is dead, and that you see Shemaya, you see Monifa, you seen Irene, and you see Bree Bree, but you don't see kENNEkA. Not just yet, anyway. Not just yet, anyway. So, if we go back to the case files, Shemaya had already bore witness that they were there. They were there before the party. No, not Shemaya. Irene. Irene had stated that they were there before the party got jumping. That's what Irene had said in the live to Zach. And so this is what we're watching. The time to when they came and the party wasn't even jumping yet. And that's at the point in time when kENNEkA, Monifa, and Shemaya had took the video in the bathroom before any and everything got jumping. And they were at the Crown Plaza, not at the Marriott like T Slay or T Slow continues to keep trying to tell you. They were never at the Marriott, peoples. They were at the Crown Plaza. And the video footage right here is clearly showing you that, peoples. Unequivocally and undeniably, peoples. The video is showing you that, and I have shown you. So now you're seeing the deleted clips, and now you see how all of this is coming together, and you do not see the background at the Marriott. And you see how kENNEkA, Shemaya, Monifa, and Bree Bree was at the party before the party even started. Before TY went live, peoples. And so when you start to piece this thing together and start to break it down in the manner to which it was supposed to be, you clearly see that all of the stuff that the people were giving reference to wasn't matching up. Because again, kENNEkA is saying, I'm not drunk. I am enjoying myself. Well, that was what? Before TY's live. That was before TY's live. All of this happened before the party started crunking. Because what? Irene had told you that. And this is the video footage of what had transpired before TY, Tenasia, and all of them came to the party. This is the bingo to the bingo moment, peoples. So now, let's look again at the deleted footage, peoples, so we can put this thing in perspective. Because again, peoples, I told you, I don't have to make nothing up. I'm only just going by what they said, and that's what Irene said. And so when we start to break this thing down, peoples, to what Irene said, remember what Shemaya said. And remember what the guy said. And then remember what Irene said. Irene said that she had kENNEka's phone. But the guy said that the phone was standing alone by itself when Monifa and Shemaya came back in to look for her cell phone and keys. But then we're going to go back and see what Shemaya had said. And so, peoples, the thing is, if Irene had the phone, why did the guy say that they came back in for 5 to 10 minutes looking for kENNEka's phone and keys? If Irene already have it. Well, see, let me tell you something, people. Irene wasn't even there. Remember in Irene's live, Irene got tapped on the head and she left. But kENNEkA was supposedly still been in the room because that was the time to when she said, I'm not drunk. I am enjoying myself. Do you guys remember that, right? Oh, I'm going to put this in perspective, peoples. I'm putting this in perspective. You guys just need to sit back and listen and learn something because it ain't what they told you. And it's just like what Casey Cloy Overa Sanchez Medina had said. They put these videos out in clips and it's sporadic at different intervals at different times. And the reason why they did that because they wanted to fool you. But Scoop Gang had captured a lot of this deleted footage, which you are seeing now. So let's put it in perspective, peoples, because Edward Joseph, he's on this thing. And he's calling all of these people out for the nefarious madness that they've been doing. Now, let's go. It's amazing how these people proclaim to be doctors and stuff, but I don't give no credence to the bullshit that they're saying and things because everybody's going to get a narrative to what they seeing are saying and whatnot. But let me back this up a little bit. I'll probably just put this in my editing software because I want to slow this down. So yeah, let me do that. Let me go ahead and take this video and put it in my editing software. Then we can simply see it a little clearer. So that's the deleted footage for Irene's live. Let me go ahead and put in my editing software, then I can slow it down. So let me go ahead and do that. And put it in my editing software. All right, so we've already got here that of what Tiffany Draper had did the other day. I played that. So now let's go ahead and add this to my editing software. And then let's go ahead and put it on track. And then let's go ahead and fast forward. I'm going to delete the sound for a moment. We're going to go all the way down and we're going to see who's in the background. so let's go ahead and let's play it. I'm not going to play it with the sound right now just yet. I just want to play it. And for some strange reason, it's not moving. Okay, we got movement now. All right, so let's back this up. Let's back it up and let's start to see who's all in this video. Minus what's her name's narrative. Okay, so let's go right here. Let's back it up to the beginning. Let's just play it and see where we are. Because she's already given her narrative and she's already expressing what she believes is in the video footage and stuff. And so we're just going to bypass that for right now while she's giving her little rendition as to what she thinks is happening. Then when the videos start to play, let's take a look at the people in the background, because see, from my understanding, peoples, again, this is the video footage that was before all of that stuff that they had taken had kicked in. This was before TY's live. This is when kENNEkA, Shemaya, and Monifa and Bree first came in to the establishment at the Crown Plaza, because they wasn't at the Marriott, like T Slay or T Slow has been saying forever and a day. This is proof that they were at the Crown Plaza, peoples, unequivocally and undeniably. And so I'm just only piecing this thing together. You know, so let's listen in and see if there's any movement on this video, because there should be some movement. I don't know why it's not no movement, but let's see.
Alright, so the best stuff we can tell, this one actually came first.
Okay, so in the background right there, that is Shemaya, because we can tell by her shirt and her hair and that attire. So let's back it up a little bit. So as you can see, Shemaya was there, and she was in a room, as you can see. So let's back it up a little bit. See, let's back it up a little bit. Okay, so there's Monifa right there on the side, as you can see right here, because you can clearly see her head right there. That's Monifa. You can tell by the ponytail. Now we're going to see Shemaya come out the bathroom right there. So now let me go ahead and let me play it in slow motion so we can clearly see this for ourselves and things and see that they were in the room. Okay, so I'm going to do it at a quarter of a speed, and I'm going to turn up the sound so it doesn't be sounding all funky. So now let's look at this. Very slow motion. Okay, bingo, right there. There's Shemaya, right there. Irene, there's Shemaya, there's Monifa right there. I can put in other software to slow it down even more, but you can clearly see Shemaya right there in the room. See that? See, now you can clearly see, the profile of Shemaya, because you can see the face. And you can see Monifa ducking down on the side of Irene. Bingo to the bingo right there. So Shemaya, Monifa, Bree, and then kENNEkA was in there as well. But this was when they first came to the establishment. Now, let me go ahead and put this in perspective. So we see them in the room. Now, let me go back to let me go back to the video, peoples, of what I have shown you. Let me go back to the video, what I've shown you. Let me go here. This time I'm just going to play it without without the with the watermarks. So let me go back to my downloads, because we already got that in there. So let me go to the deleted clips right here. And then there is kENNEkA right there. Bingo. See that? There's kENNEkA. Y'all see that, right? There is kENNEkA in the room with Shemaya, Monifa, Bree, Irene. There's kENNEkA right there. And what kENNEkA has? kENNEkA has a cup in her hand. There it is right there, people. It's clear as daylight. There it is right there, peoples. Clear as daylight. kENNEkA is in the room with them before the party had ever jumped off. Unequivocally and undeniably, people. There it is right there. There's kENNEkA jENkINS. No question about it, people. There she is right there. So she was in the room. So now, peoples. Now let's go back here and let's go back to what I have been stating forever in a day, peoples. So let me go back to my live that I had did, a little short that I had did. So we see kENNEkA in the room with Shemaya and Monifa and Bree, with Irene and then other people. Unequivocally, undeniably, peoples. kENNEkA was there, and kENNEkA was there, according to Irene, when we played Zach's live last night. Irene said that they came, and they came before the party got jumping off. So this was the dead moment. So we see kENNEkA drinking because she had a cup in her hand. You heard what Shemaya was asking, and Irene was asking them, and Monifa was asking them, did that drop or something take effect or whatever? And Casey was telling you that they had popped pills. Well, you know, the girls who popped pills, whoever popped the pills, did it take effect? She just said it. I just played it. And if you haven't heard it, we'll go back and play back this live, and then you see what she said. All right, so now I want to go back to my channel right here. I want to go back to my channel, peoples. And I want to play this video on my channel because now you guys can clearly see for yourself what is happening, peoples. Let's go back to this video right here. And then let's go back to the short right here, and you can clearly see kENNEkA in the bathroom with Monifa and Shemaya before anything jumped off. And let me show you the pictures before I show you the video. So here's the pictures, peoples, that clearly proves unequivocally and undeniably that kENNEkA was there with them before the party got crunking. And I've been showing you this forever and a day, and here is even more factual proof, peoples. And it totally debunks the narrative that T Slow has been saying, peoples. Trey Gay. Now, let's look at it right here, peoples. There it is right there, peoples. Clear as daylight. kENNEkA, Shemaya, and Monifa in the room. Irene's live before the party got started. There it is right there. It wasn't at the Marriott. It was at the Crown Plaza. So, T Slow has been lying to you for all of this time, peoples. Because T Slow don't know what the hell she's talking about. And she kept trying to put them at the Marriott, and they're not at the Marriott. I kept asking T Slow to show me a picture or video of kENNEkA, Shemaya, Monifa, Irene, Bree, or any of the girls at the Marriott, in the room, on the ninth floor, or the second floor, or any floor for that matter. Show me any decor that you see in this bathroom matches at the Marriott, or even at the DoubleTree, like Kelly had proclaimed that kENNEkA was and got unalived there by the elevator. See, peoples, I took the time and I'm showing you the proof. The proof in the truth. And it's unequivocal and it's undeniable, peoples. And so T Slow, T Slut, T Slay can't do it. Custom the Clown Design can't do it. Jig, the Gigolo Pig can't do it. And Nosy Butt, with the big butt, can't do it. Trey Gay can't do it. Edward Joseph is showing you unequivocally and undeniably, peoples. So when these deviant, devilish, and demonic people who is off hinge, crazy as F, and don't know what the F they're talking about, peoples, here I am, and I'm showing you unequivocally and undeniably. This is the proof to my truth. And there it is right there, peoples, in your face. There you see kENNEkA, Shemaya, and Monifa. And kENNEkA has a cup in her hand. Now, it is all corroborated by Irene's testimony, and it's all corroborated by Shemaya's testimony, and it's all corroborated by the guy's testimony. And it's all corroborated by the video and pictures as you see here. Because the same pictures, it's the same video Shemaya had taken with her cell phone. There it is, peoples. There it is, peoples. kENNEkA Jenkins, peoples. kENNEkA Jenkins, peoples. kENNEkA Jenkins, peoples. There she is right there, peoples. Holding the cup. kENNEkA Jenkins holding the cup. kENNEkA Jenkins holding the cup. Right there. She's in the room, peoples. Bingo to the bingo, peoples. I said bingo to the bingo, peoples. kENNEkA Jenkins, peoples. There she is, holding the cup, peoples. Right there. She's in the room. And there is kENNEkA Jenkins, peoples, right there. In the room. All right, people, so let's watch the video, peoples, now. Let's watch the video. Let me go back to my downloads. And let's watch the video of kENNEkA Jenkins in the room with Shemaya and Monifa peoples. And why all of these duplicates? My God, I'm just been deleting duplicates all day long, but that's cool. I'm getting rid of them because I don't need two of everything. So that's good. That's good. That's good. So now let's go back and let's see. This is 15. Let's go back to 14. And let's look at the deleted footage. All right. Let's look at the deleted footage, peoples. So we got that. So let's look at this one.
On this next deleted clip out of Iris Live, there's going to be a lot going on. So I'm going to let it play for you.
Now she's supposed to be beefing with Monifa, but she's drinking out of her cup. But yet, remember in the testimony, Monifa wasn't supposed to have been invited to Irene's birthday. But Monifa is there, and Irene is drinking off of Monifa's cup. So where's the beef? I said, where is the beef? And so, people, here it is right here. People, the evidence is in your face. So if they were really beefing, why is she drinking out of her cup? And then why is Monifa all under her and things? And they were supposed to be beefing, and Monifa never was supposed to have been invited to Irene's birthday party. Doesn't look like no beef to me, peoples. Would you ever drink out your enemy's cup, peoples? Would you? I think not. So, thank you so much. This totally dispels the myth and all of the bullshit and lies, people. You can clearly see for yourself what's going on. All of this makeshift beef is makeshift. It's not real, peoples. Let's go. And then bingo to the bingo, peoples. There is CC. You guys remember CC, right? Remember in the testimony the other day, the guy said that his cousin CC had came to pick him up and to drop him off. Well, there's CC right there. Y'all see that right there, right? There's CC. CC is in the room. Okay. So now, let's go back to the testimony, people. Let's go back to let's go back to the case files, peoples. Y'all see that? Is it making sense now, peoples? Are you guys finally getting it? Is it making much sense now, peoples? Boy, it's making a lot more sense than what it ever did with you guys. Edward Joseph is tearing it up today, ain't he? I said Edward Joseph is tearing it up today, peoples. This is making a lot more sense than what it ever did. And see, all I'm doing is just connecting the dots, peoples. I said, all I'm doing is just making sense of it, peoples. That's all I'm doing. I'm just connecting the dots, peoples. I'm just making sense of it. Is that all right, peoples? All right. So we're going to explore this, peoples. I said we're going to explore this, peoples. Okay. There's kENNEkA. There's CC. Let's go and call up the other pictures. There's CC. There's kENNEkA. Let's call up the other pictures, peoples. There is kENNEkA with Shemaya and Monifa. Y'all see that, right? I said, you see that, right? And they're all at the Crown Plaza. Now, let's go back to the case files, peoples. Let's go back to the case files. Okay, so let's go back to the guy, because this is the girl's testimony right here. This is that girl's testimony right here. Y'all remember that, right? All right, let's go back to the guy's testimony. We'll come back to hers. So where was it when he was saying Cece? Okay, let's see. We attempted to speak with a little Thai at a neighboring. Okay, knocking on doors looking for kENNEkA. Okay. She had a Hennessy and Red Bull. Okay. Approximately 10 minutes. For real, can't find kENNEkA. Okay. Okay. He stated to us he drove with a female named C in a gray Buick SUV. He stated that he drove with a female named C. Y'all remember that. C is CC. C is this girl right here. CC. Y'all remember that, okay? C is CC. So let's go back to the case files, peoples. All right, so remember, he interviewed Blank at his residence in Chicago on the morning of September the 14th. So this was a guy who has been interviewed. He said when then asked him what time he arrived at the Crown Plaza Hotel on September the 8th, 2017, he stated around 11 p.m. for the party. So the party was already going on September the 8th, well before the September the 9th. And he said that he got there around 11 p.m. We asked Neff how he arrived there. He denied driving himself when asked. He stated to us that he drove with a female named C in a gray Buick SUV. C is CC, the girl right there, peoples. CC. Y'all see that, right? So, little Neff had drove with CC better known as C. Okay, y'all get that, right? All right, let's go back to the case files. He drove with a female named C in a Buick, a gray Buick SUV. When then asked Blank if he saw kENNEkA Jenkins at the party, he indicated that he did. He also stated that he knew that she used to party and drink before. When then asked him specifically about September the 8th, 2017 into September the 9th, 2017, he stated that kENNEkA walked out the room of 926 and Blank walked out behind her. Blank came back into the hotel room approximately 10 minutes later and told the group partying that they were for real can't find kENNEkA. Okay, so that is very important right there, peoples, because this guy, Little Neff, is saying that approximately 10 minutes later, they came back into the hotel room approximately 10 minutes later and told the group partying that they were for real, they can't find kENNEkA. That is important. Remember that part, peoples. It is important. Remember that part right there. Now, let's go to the next case files. Right here, peoples. Now, well, this is nothing because this was just what I was looking at earlier. And they just signed the warrant for her cell phone. So we're going to delete that one. So let's look at this case file right here. Okay. So this was the guy who had gave the testimony. So we're not going to look at his just yet. So let's look at the next case file. Right here. This is France Cave. This is France Cave narrative right here. He was saying that a 22-year-old, 24-year-old guy was standing outside the room. But we're not going to look at their case files. We're going to go back. Going to look at right here. Okay, remember. All right, so it says right here, kENNEkA and her friends left the room at approximately 0300 hours, which is about 3 o'clock in the morning. Blank described kENNEkA being intoxicated and high from marijuana, while the other two friends didn't even appear as if they were drinking at all. Immediately upon the three exiting the room. Okay, the three is kENNEkA, Shemaya, and Monifa. Let's go back to my Canva and let's look at the three trio. kENNEkA, Monifa, and Shemaya. This is the three that left out the room. And this is outside the room of room 924 and 926. That's why I made the thumbnail, kENNEkA, I will defend the narrative. My narrative, not yours, not everybody else, but mine's. I will defend my narrative. Now, this is what the gentleman had stated, peoples. Let's go back to the case files. He said kENNEkA and her two friends, which is three, now all three of them is three girls, left the room at approximately 0300 hours, described kENNEkA being intoxicated and high from marijuana, while the other two friends didn't even appear as if they were drinking at all. Immediately, the three exit the room. Two of the friends returned. They stated they forgot the car keys. kENNEkA remained in the hallway. They returned. Two of them returned, stated they forgot the car keys. And then he said kENNEkA remained in the hall. Right here it says the two friends searched the room for approximately 5 to 10 minutes. They found the car keys and also found kENNEkA's cell phone, which was lying in the room unoccupied. Did you see that, peoples? He said that the cell phone was lying in the room unoccupied. But that's not what Irene had said. And then look right here. He said the two friends searched the room for approximately 5 to 10 minutes. Let's go right here to this case file. He said right here, kENNEkA walked out the room of 926 and blank walked out behind her, Shemaya and Monifa. Shemaya and Monifa came back to the hotel room approximately 10 minutes later. But right here, he says the two friends, Shemaya and Monifa, searched the room for approximately 5 to 10 minutes while kENNEkA remained in the hallway. Yeah. Do you guys see that? I mean, the evidence is right there and it's in your face. He said that they searched the room for 5 to 10 minutes. He said that they came back to the hotel room approximately 10 minutes later. So they were out of the room 10 minutes with kENNEkA, and then they came back 10 minutes later. That's what it says right here. It says 10 minutes later. They came back to the hotel room approximately 10 minutes later. But here, he said they searched the room for approximately 5 to 10 minutes while kENNEkA remained in the hallway. Do you guys see that, right? You guys see that, right? Two different people giving two different narratives. So the bottom line is kENNEkA was in the hallway for some length of time. He said right here, the two informed people in the party that kENNEkA was gone. The two friends left the room stating they were going to look for her. But he said Shemaya and Monifa came back to the hotel room approximately 10 minutes later and told the group partying that they were for real can't find kENNEkA. Two different narratives, people. You guys see that, right? So we got right here and we got right here, peoples. Two different peoples with two different narratives. 10 minutes later, Shemaya and Monifa come back to the room, said that they can't find kENNEkA for real. But this person said that the two friends searched the room for approximately 5 to 10 minutes. They found kENNEkA's keys and cell phone, which was lying unoccupied. But Irene had said in Zach's live that she had kENNEkA's phone. But the guy said that the phone was lying in the room unoccupied. Nobody had the phone. So what's going on here, people? What is really going on here? What is really going on here? Because I mean, Irene said she had the phone, but the guy said that she didn't have the phone. The phone was unoccupied. Shemaya and Monifa tried to make it seem like they left out and then just came right back into the room. But according to the guy, they were already out there for at least 10 minutes and came back in and said, well, we couldn't find kENNEkA. But this guy said that they were already in the room for about 5 to 10 minutes looking for her phone and keys. And then they immediately noticed kENNEkA was no longer in the hallway. The two came back into the party and said kENNEkA was gone and that they were going to leave to look for her. Okay, so then my thing is this. When did that happen? When did that happen? Because according to the video footage, peoples, as I am showing you right here, they were all in the room. Now they were all in the room. And remember, according to the video footage, Irene got tapped on the head and left, and then among some other people. So what time was that when Irene got tapped on the head and left the room? Because the only one was left was kENNEkA, Monifa, and then whoever else that we couldn't see up on camera. Not sure Bree was in there or left. But we can only assume kENNEkA was still in there. So when did Shemaya and Monifa take kENNEkA out the room? Because see, the thing is, peoples, this happened before TY's live. So, which is indicative of the fact that kENNEkA was never in TY's live. Did you hear what I said? I just proved to you that kENNEkA could not have been in TY's live. Because Irene said that they came before the party got crunking. Y'all see that, right? Irene said in Zach's live that they came before the party got crunking. And so, since they came before the party got crunking, when did the party get crunking for kENNEkA to be taken out of the room? Because, see, where we know that kENNEkA got taken out the room, it was around the 3 o'clock hour. Do you see what I'm saying? So, it's two parts to Irene's live. One before and one after the party. Do you understand what I'm saying? One before and one after. kENNEkA is seen before, but kENNEkA is not seen after. Which is indicative of the fact that kENNEkA was never in TY's live. Oh my God, peoples. Oh my God. You guys are not understanding Edward Joseph, peoples. You guys are not understanding me. Okay, let me see if I can prove to you something. There's CC right there. Now let's go back to the other guy's case files. When he had stated that he was there with a girl named Cece. Okay, so this is Irene's testimony. I mean, not Irene, Lenore's testimony, so we're not going to worry about that for right now. This Lenore's testimony. This is the guy's testimony. No, this is Lenore's testimony as well. Okay, let me see it. No, okay, so let me put this right here. So that's Lenore's testimony right there. Wait. Let me put it in perspective here. Told her to bring back the cell phone. She stated that the car drove kENNEkA. Okay, let me see. So, while at the station when her, no, this is Shemaya's testimony. Okay, let me get Lenore's testimony first. Okay, this is Lenore. So we're going to put Lenore right there. This is Shemaya's. Yeah, because here it is right here. Transport back to, okay, this is Shemaya's. Now, whose testimony is this? Okay, this is that guy's testimony. All right. And then whose testimony is this? Whose testimony is this? This is that guy's testimony because he came in there with CC. Okay, so we got Irene. I mean, we got Lenore. We got Shemaya. We got that guy. Yep, we got the guy because here we go right here, and this is the one I was looking for. Thank you, Jesus. We got that guy testimony. Then we got the other guy's testimony. Then we got the Franz Cave testimony. Then we got the guy who was staying at the thing testimony. Then we got the girl's testimony. So let's see. This is 48 and this is 26. All right. So we're going to put hers before his. All right. So cool. So now we got everybody's testimony. So now I got it in the order that which I want to see it. So now let's go back to the guy's testimony because he was talking about CC. Blank related to me that he was present the night in question attending a party on the ninth floor, but uncertain the exact room number. He arrived approximately 2100 hours and left around 400 hours. He arrived with his cousin Blank. The two of them were dropped off by a female that goes by the name of CC. And let me show you CC. There is CC right there, peoples. CC was the one who had dropped off the two guys. He doesn't know her real name, how old she is, or where she lives. She also picked them up when they left. When they arrived in the hotel room, there were about 8 people at that time. Quickly, other party goers began arriving in the hotel room. So it was at this point what the guy is referencing because he's in the room with Cece, the girl who picked him and his friend up. He said that he arrived at 2100 hours. But see, CC was already at the party before the guy got picked up. You see that? And then he said that there were about 8 people at that time. So let's go back to the video, peoples. So when we go back to the video, we see CC, we see Monifa, we see Irene, we know Shemaya's in there, we know kENNEka's in there, we know the guy is in there, and then 2 other people is unaccounted for. So there's the 8 people that was in the room before all of the party goers was there. So this was what he was describing in his narrative. Now, let me go ahead and get a snapshot of CC right here. You see how I pieced that together, peoples? Based upon what their testimony is? Because there's CC right there. And he told you who was all there, peoples. Guy literally told you. All right, so are you going to snip or what? Here, let me do the other one. Okay, we're going to say CC and KJ in the room. We're going to save it as CC, CINKJ in the room with Irene. Okay. And we're going to put that in the kENNEka's folder. All right, that's the only one that I needed right there. That right there. Okay, so now you guys see what I'm saying. So now let's go back to the case files. He said that he arrived there approximately 2100 hours on the ninth floor. But what day? 2100 hours on the ninth floor, but what day? And then at approximately 2300 hours, kENNEkA arrived with two females. So what he's saying is he arrived with CC at 2100 hours, and kENNEkA arrived with two females at 2300 hours. All right, so let's go back to our conversion chart. Okay, 2100 hours would be at 9 p.m. 2300 hours would be at 11 p.m., not 1:13. Oh, peoples, I told you it gets juicy. It gets juicy. It gets juicy, peoples. He said that they arrived there at 9 p.m. and that kENNEkA and friends arrived there at 11 p.m. on the ninth floor. Y'all see that, right? On the ninth floor. Y'all see that? That's what he said, peoples. Now, this is all has alluded to the Crown Plaza, because it says right here, kENNEkA and her two friends left the room at approximately 300 hours. Described kENNEkA as being intoxicated and high from marijuana, while the other two friends didn't even appear as if they were drinking at all. Immediately upon the three exiting the room, two of the friends returned. They stated they forgot the car keys. kENNEkA remained in the hallway. The two other friends searched the room for approximately 5 to 10 minutes. They found the car keys and also kENNEkA's cell phone, which was lying in the room unoccupied. Well, see, that's not what Irene had said, peoples. So they were there at the Crown Plaza at around 9 p.m. and that kENNEkA and her two friends came to the Crown Plaza at 11 p.m. and not no 1:13. And that the guy was there with His female friend that goes by the name Cece, there she is right there, people. There's the name right there. And then it says down here at approximately 400 hours, Blank was picked up by Cece and went home. And then let's go back to show you who Cece is. There's Cece right there, peoples. In the room with who? Monifa, Irene, Shemaya, Bree, and kENNEkA was in there as well, peoples. Because I showed you the video of kENNEkA being in the room with them. And they were in the room at a earlier time, peoples. And so them coming to the establishment was not at 1:30, peoples. It wasn't at 1:30. I mean 1:13 in the morning on September the 9th. As I told you, peoples, kENNEkA was already at the establishment in that the party happened days before. So if they got the times wrong, peoples, guess what they have wrong? If they got the times wrong, peoples, guess what they got wrong? They got the days wrong as well, peoples. And the guys and the people and the giving their narratives is corroborating the story, peoples. Now we see what time that they came to Irene's party and what happened at Irene's party, peoples. And what didn't happen at Irene's party. There's the bingo time right there, peoples. I said there is the bingo time right there, peoples. As you can clearly see for yourselves, peoples. Because the case files is corroborating what the video is saying, peoples. Not what the other people have been saying. Let me save this as the girls are at the Crown Plaza in room 926 with Cece. All right, let me put that in the kENNEka's folder. Okay, so I got that. All right. So now, peoples, let me go back and let me show you peoples. Now, let me show you peoples. We see Cece in the room. All right. We see Shemaya and Monifa in the room with Irene. There it is right there. So let me go ahead and get a photo of that. Save that. Okay. So this is the photo. Is this the photo? Yep, this is the photo. Okay, so we're going to see where that is. There's the photo right there. And where is that? So we're going to take that out of there. And we're going to put that in the kENNEka's photo, but we're going to rename it. We're going to rename it Shemaya and Monifa and Irene in room 926. And then we're going to save that, and we're going to put that in our kENNEka's folder. See, everything goes into the kENNEka's folder, y'all. Okay, cool. All right. So now let's go back and let's call up that right there. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so now let's go back. Let's go back to my editing software. So we see Shemaiah in the room with all of them. All right. So you guys follow me right now, right? So you see Cece is in there with the guy because she brought him to the establishment. And kENNEka and them is in there. Shemaiah is in there. Monifa is in there. Irene is in there. Bree is in there. So everybody is in there, as you can see. You see that, right? Everybody is in there. And this is before the party got crunking. All right, so let's go back, people. Let's go back to this right here. We know Cece is in there. Now let's look. And then we see kENNEka coming out the bathroom. So let's do this, peoples. Let's add this video to my editing software. So let's go back. And let's go back to my downloads. And let's go to the deleted footage right there. And let's add that video. All right. So now we're going to add that video down below this video. We're going to cut off that, and we're going to cut off that, and we're going to open up that. Okay, let's see. Okay, so that's just that video, so we don't need that one. We needed the other video. That was just planned. So let's go back to downloads. And let's look for the deleted footage. Okay, that was one. This is the one that we highlighted. Now, what was the one that I was just playing in? I think it's this right here. Yep, this is it right here. Okay. So, let's add that to my editing software. Right here. Okay. So now, let's go ahead and let's call this video under here. So now let's go on this. And let's play that. So let's lock this for one moment so we don't make no changes. So now let's look at this here, peoples. So now we see CC right there. So I got it slowed down. So let me increase the speed up a little bit. So let's do a quarter of her speed and see how that goes. Okay, let's do a half of her speed. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so if you looked at it, you saw kENNEkA in the bathroom in the mirror. So let's rewind that back a little bit. So let's go back. So we're going to rewind that back. Okay. kENNEkA is in the bathroom. I don't know if you can really see her in the mirror, but she's in the bathroom. All right, so let's go that down. I thought that I saw her in the bathroom, but she was in the bathroom because there's only one room that's right there. So when we are rewinding the back, peoples, we're rewinding it back. Okay, so let's see if we can see the bathroom. Let's look that up. Nope, we can't see that. All right, so I thought that I can see her in the mirror, but it couldn't. All right, so now when we fast forward, we go forward, we will see kENNEkA come out the bathroom. Remember, we already seen Cece. Cece is sitting down on the side. Monifa is sitting in there. We already seen Shemaya earlier. Now we're going to see kENNEkA walk out the bathroom. So let me see right here. Is she already right there? Is that her right there? Yep, there she is right there. kENNEkA is standing outside the bathroom. That's what I knew. I thought that I saw her. There it is right there. So kENNEkA is making her way out the bathroom, as you can see right there. See, you see that? It's in the video. It's right there. So she wasn't in the mirror, but she was standing out by the side of that wall. And there's kENNEkA right there, coming out the bathroom. Okay, so I was right. But I wasn't right by saying that she was in the mirror. Okay, so now we see kENNEkA coming out the bathroom. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's go frame by frame. There you can clearly see even more so kENNEkA really coming into view right there, as you can see. And notice how Irene had put her hand over her head as if to try to cover kENNEkA. See that? See how Irene did that to try to cover her? But she still, because she wasn't expecting kENNEkA to come out the bathroom. See that? So everybody knew the play. So I know, I understand what they're doing. Everybody knew the play. See that? Because any other time, Irene never kept putting her hands to her head. Only did that when she saw kENNEkA coming out. And she did that quickly. All right, so now watch. Let's look at this. Now she turns the camera over on her and she plays with her hair. Now she thinks that kENNEkA is gone, but kENNEkA is literally right there in full view. Right there in the room. Clear as daylight, peoples. There you see kENNEkA. See that? Right there, peoples. kENNEkA is in the room with them. Cece is in there because this is the same clip. Bree is in there. Monifa is in there. Shemaya is in there. And it goes with what the guy had stated. And it goes with what Irene had stated, that they came before the party got crunking. And that they were there earlier than the 1:13 hour to when they proclaimed that kENNEkA walked in with them. Well, peoples, I've already proven to you that kENNEkA was there earlier than what that surveillance video footage said, and that the person on that surveillance video footage was not kENNEkA Jenkins. And this is the proof, peoples, that the person who they had playing kENNEkA walking into the establishment was a trainee. Was a trainee, peoples. And this is the proof right here. You guys, hold on. As you can see, peoples, this is the proof right here. So this proves what I have been telling you guys all along, that kENNEkA was in Irene's live, but she never walked the halls of that establishment. That wasn't kENNEkA walking into the establishment. It was a trainee. It was a trainee and not kENNEkA. And this is the proof right here, peoples. This is the proof. This is the proof to the truth. Right there. So let me go ahead and let me get a picture of this, peoples. Let me get a picture of this. And we're going to mark this, peoples. So let me get a picture of this. So I'm going to say kENNEkA. I'm going to name this. Let me go ahead and find it in location. Let me find it in location. Okay, there it is right there. And I'm going to say kENNEkA. Let me rename it. kENNEkA in the room with Irene in 926. There it is right there. And now we're going to move that to the kENNEka's folder. All right. Y'all see that? We're going to move it to the kENNEka's folder. Okay, so where it is right here. Okay, we're going to move it to the kENNEka's folder. All right, bingo. Bingo to the bingo, peoples. All right, so as you can see, peoples, kENNEkA Jenkins, not kENNEkA Martin, kENNEkA Jenkins now is in room 926 before TY's live. Because in Zach's TV's live, Irene told you that kENNEkA, Shemaya, Monifa, and Bree came to the party before the party was crunking. They came to the party before the party was crunking. How do we know that? Because the guy just told you in the case files that they came right here. This is what he said, peoples. He said that he arrived at approximately 2100 hours is at what? 9 p.m. peoples. And that they left at 400 hours peoples, which is 4 a.m. in the morning on the next morning. And they were dropped off by a girl that goes by the name of Cece. And I've just shown you who Cece is, peoples. Let me show you who Cece is again, so you guys would know who Cece is. So let me go back to those pictures that I had just downloaded, peoples. Let me go back to the pictures. Now, kENNEkA now was there earlier than the time to when that surveillance video footage put them, because they didn't leave and get to the party at 1:13 in the morning. They were already there earlier, peoples, at the Crown Plaza, because the guy's testimony told you that. And then Irene had told you that they came earlier before the party got crunking. So you got two people who's testifying that kENNEkA and friends were at the Crown Plaza before the party got crunking. So if kENNEkA is at the Crown Plaza, peoples, before the party got crunking, well then help me to make this make sense. How in the hell could kENNEkA be in TY's live, peoples, when the evidence is clearly in your face right here? There she is. Now let me find CC, peoples. The evidence is clearly in your face, people. So you cannot tell me. I don't care what you say. You can't tell me that kENNEkA was there at any other time, peoples, when the evidence, the videos, as you can clearly see, is in your face, and it puts kENNEkA at the establishment before TY's live. And Irene even told you in Irene's live when she went to interview with Zach that kENNEkA and everybody came there before the party got crunking. Now, we hear kENNEkA saying, I'm not drunk. I am enjoying myself. Well, how could that be, peoples, when in Irene's live she got tapped on the head and all of them left? And the only one was there was kENNEkA. And we assume Shemaya, because we never seen Shemaya leave out the room, but we know that she was in there. We know that Cece was in there. We never see her leave. And Munifa was in there, and we never seen her leave. And we don't know who else was in there at the time to when Irene got tapped on the head. So, that be the case, peoples. When did kENNEkA be taken out the room? When? When? Because according to the narrative, peoples, kENNEkA was already intoxicated before she even got to, or even supposedly had came to TY's live. Because remember, she would say, I'm not drunk. I am enjoying myself. Well, that happened before TY's live. So how could kENNEkA be in TY's live and I'm not drunk. I am enjoying myself. How could she be enjoying herself, peoples, and she's intoxicated in Irene's live, but never been shown on video footage of being taken out? Okay, I just copied that for CC. So here, let me enlarge this because I'm talking, I'm still looking, but I can't find it. So let me do this like this, peoples, because I just copied that. So I'm going to find it, and then I'm going to put that up. It's in this folder because I just put it in here. So, as you can see, peoples, Irene, Munifa, and Shemaya has been lying big time. And I caught them in a fault big time. It ain't no way that any of you can ever persuade me into believing anything else that you guys were ever saying, because this is bullshit. Because everything, when it comes down to kENNEkA Jenkins, stops at the room in 926. Okay, that's the one that I need to call up right there too. Shemaya being in the room, because there you see Shemaya right there. So we're gonna call that one up as well. Now, I just need the one with CC. All right, let me delete that. Let me call that up. I need the one with Irene, and then I need the one with CC. So let's look at that again. So we're going to call that up. And we're going to bring that down. Bring that up. We're going to bring that over. All right, now, where's the one with CC? So it should have the writing on it. It says CC. So let me look and see. See, people, this is how you do your due diligence. You know, you can sit here and listen to these hilarious and nefarious YouTubers of Trade Gang. Here it is right here. There's kENNEkA. Do I already got kENNEkA? I think I already got kENNEkA. I already got kENNEkA? Yeah, I already got kENNEkA. Okay, so I don't need kENNEkA again. I need the one with CC. I've already took the picture, so okay. That's Snoop Gang, that's CC, that's kENNEkA. Now where's the one with CC? See, I should have put it on the desktop instead of putting it in here because I knew it was going to be hard to find. Okay, let me just put down CC. CI, and there it is right there, CC. All right, so we're just going to call up CC right there. Bingo. Okay, so we got it. All right, so I'm going to bring you down and we're going to bring you over here. Okay, so here's all of the players inside the room, peoples, as you can clearly see. You see kENNEkA in the bathroom with Shemaya, and then Monifa and it was Shemaya, Monifa, and kENNEkA in the bathroom. You see kENNEkA exiting the bathroom. You see Shemaya right there in the room with Irene. And then you see CC right there who had brought that guy to the party, as you guys can see. So you clearly see kENNEkA in the room in Irene's live, peoples, before the party got crunking. There's the evidence right there. It's in your face. I said the evidence is in your face, peoples. And there is kENNEkA jENkINS right there, peoples, inside the room in Irene's live. So it totally debunks the narrative that T Slut has been saying for the longest time that, oh, kENNEkA wasn't at the Crown Plaza. She was at the Marriott. You stupid heifer. The evidence is right here in your face. You got kENNEkA right there, and then you got kENNEkA right there. And then if I scroll back, you got kENNEkA holding the cup. And then you got kENNEkA right there. And then you got kENNEkA right there. kENNEkA is in the bathroom with Shemaya and Monifa. You stupid turd. You're full of shit. T Slut. Gigolo, Pigolo, Nosy Big Butt, and Trey Gay. Customs, the Barnum and Bailey Circus Clown. All of these suckers has been sitting here and saying this stuff for the longest time, but yet Edward Joseph has already debunked them because the evidence is right there. And I already told you about the case files, peoples. I've already walked that down. If you didn't see it, go back and play back the live. You'll see what I was saying. So now, peoples, now we see Shemaya, because you can see the same shirt Shemaya have on, peoples. It's the same shirt. See how it's open right there? See how it's open right there? That's Shemaya. See how her hair is, and how it's a little humping right there to the side. There's a little hair humped into the side. That's Shemaya. Shemaya is in the room with Irene. There is Monifa right there, peoples, because you can see the little tiddly wig right there, and you can see the little tiddly wig right there in the picture, peoples. So, and then there's CC, because CC was mentioned in the case files from the guy who had went and interviewed with the police officers, peoples. Bingo to the bingo to the bingo, peoples. And so this is unequivocal proof and evidence that kENNEkA jENkINS was in the Crown Plaza, room 926 at the Crown Plaza with Monifa, Shamaya, Bree, Irene, and Cece, and others that was in the room, peoples. So T Slut, the mutt, shut up. You talk too much. Shut up. Homegirl, you never shut up. You talk too much. There's the proof to the truth. And then, as you can see, peoples, as it was stated in the case files, Shamaya and Monifa had taken kENNEkA Jenkins out of the room. And this is out of the room of room 924 and 926. Now, let's find the case files for what Love had said, peoples, and see what Bree had said as well, peoples. Hello, Trish Hollywood. How are you, ma'am? It is a blessing to see you on today. Trish Hollywood says, hey, Edward in chat. Do I sound just like her, peoples? Trish Hollywood, that's my sister Love. That is my sister Love, peoples. Y'all better not mess with Trish Hollywood, or y'all gonna have the wrath of Edward on you. Y'all don't want that. So, all right, people. So now, as you can clearly see, peoples, that kENNEkA was at the Crown Plaza in room 926. Unequivocal, undeniable proof. Now, let's get back to the video, peoples. Let's go back to the video. Now, as you can see, we seen kENNEkA walk out of the bathroom. Now, let's go ahead and play the video, peoples. Let's go. So, kENNEkA walk out the room. Irene is twisting the camera all around and stuff. And then you see Monifa sitting by her. But remember, Monifa wasn't supposed to be invited to the party. Monifa wasn't supposed to be invited to the party, but yet, peoples, Monifa is sitting right by Irene. Remember, Irene said she wasn't invited to my party. But yet, Irene is drinking out of Monifa's cup. And Monifa is sitting right by Irene. I said, do you see that, peoples? Remember earlier in this video, when it was asked, is the pills dropping? Meaning, is the pills taking effect? So I'm going to play the video back in its entirety, people, so you guys can listen to the narrative. So, let's listen attentively, peoples. Let's go. So I'm going to delete this whole part because I don't need that plan. So let me just go ahead and delete that whole part right here. Okay, and just start off with this come in right there. All right, so we're going to delete all that and just start right in with this right here. Okay, let's watch it. Let's go. Now, let's rewind that back a little bit because you see in the mirror, kENNEkA sits down in Irene's glasses. You can see kENNEkA goes back there and she sits down. So we're going to take it frame by frame. As soon as I see her, right about. Okay, let's see, right about. Now, let's go back a little bit more because you will clearly see kENNEkA in her glasses. Okay, see the. I know I've seen her, so I got eagle eyes, so I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so there's kENNEkA. Okay, it didn't take her long. So then there's the guy with the red jacket on. Okay, there's Monifa. Okay, I must have passed it, but I know that I seen kENNEkA walk by and sit back down.
First time where I can look like
So we know, peoples, that kENNEkA is in there, Cece is in there, Monifa is in there, Irene is in there, the guy with the red jacket is in there, and Shemaya is in there. So now let's look at this.
raw because the Thomas is
Okay, and so peoples, kENNEkA did not come back and sit by Cece when she came back. So that's the part that we missed. See, when we saw this beforehand, we saw there's CC, but see, there's nobody by CC. See that? There's nobody by CC. So when kENNEkA came from the bathroom, when kENNEkA came from the bathroom, she wasn't sitting by. She didn't come back and sit by CC because remember, that's when Irene got tapped on the head. You guys remember that, right? So in this is Irene's live. This is the deleted part in Irene's live. So everybody was in there. And remember, we heard kENNEkA say, I'm not drunk. I am enjoying myself. See, that was still in Irene's live. But remember, Irene got tapped on the head by that guy in the red jacket. So everybody was in there. CC was in there, Bree was in there, Monifa was in there, Shamaya was in there. So that live was really actual, factual, and true as it comes to Irene's live. And kENNEkA was in there because we see her now, and we see her in there with CC. But what happens next is, when did kENNEkA be taken out the room? Because she was never in TY's live. She was never in TY's live because this happened before TY's live. So when you guys were saying, "Oh, well, that was kENNEkA and she was reverting back around," that wasn't kENNEkA, peoples. That was a girl who played kENNEkA. kENNEkA was never in TY's live. So let me show you, peoples. Let's go to Irene's live now. No. Okay, so we saw that part of the video. So now let's watch this other video. And let's watch this in its entirety. Because this is Irene's live now. Let's go.
Okay, this is mainly for the newer people that's following the case.
Now, see, Casey Chloe Overa Sanchez Medina should know because she was a former drug addict. And so, drug addict knows what drug addict does. They know the telltale signs. So, let's listen in, peoples. Let's go. And see, that was Shemaiah. Let's go back and let's look at Shemaiah. Because that was Shemaiah who said that. See that? As you guys can clearly see, that is Shemaiah. Shemaiah grabbed the phone and Shemaiah started to look into the phone and talk on the phone. So now we see Shemaiah in Irene's live, as you can see. See that, peoples? All right, let's go. All right, people. So now there's clarity out of confusion now. Now we see in Irene's live who was the players in Irene's live now. Now we know that kENNEkA was in Irene's live when kENNEkA said, I'm not drunk. I am enjoying myself. So now we know unequivocally and undeniably kENNEkA was in Irene's live. Shemaiah was in Irene's live. Cece was in Irene's live. Bravery was in Irene's live. Irene was in Irene's live. Tolliver and all of those other people was in Irene's live. So since we didn't see them in the other videos, now we got clarity, peoples, that they were there. And they were at the Crown Plaza, unbeknownst to what T Slut has been saying forever and a day, that kENNEkA was never at the Crown Plaza. She was there, peoples. You clearly see her on video footage. And now we see all of the other players that was in Irene's live. When we didn't think that kENNEkA was there, now we see and know that kENNEkA was there. And that the camera wasn't posted up on her all of the time. And so now we see the hilarious and nefarious bullshit and madness that they've been doing. But we got proof, peoples. We got we got substantiated proof that kENNEkA was in Irene's live. Monifa was in Irene's live. Shemaiah was in Irene's live. All of the players, so all of these people was in Irene's live, and it goes with the narrative of what that boy had said. It goes with the narrative. Now we see peoples for ourselves. So when we thought that kENNEkA wasn't in there and we thought that that was a voiceover, no, it wasn't a voiceover. It was the real kENNEkA, as we can see now. See, we didn't know that beforehand, peoples, because we didn't have all of this video footage. But now, since we got this video footage, and now since we got the case files, and now since we got the narratives of the people, Edward Joseph did what? He pieced this thing together, and he brought validity out of stupidity. kENNEkA was in Irene's live at the Crown Plaza and not the Marriott, like T Slut has been saying forever and a day. Now, you guys can go back and listen to T Slut and Customs to Barnum and Bailey Circus Clown and Nosy Big Butt, Gigolo Fred, the Jig, the Pig, and Trey, the freaking gay, the Thunder Booty. You guys can go back and listen to them. Go back and listen to them and stay off my channel because I don't want to hear what you have to say now because I've already proven to you unequivocally and undeniably, peoples. So it ain't nothing that you need to say to me. I said it ain't nothing that you need to say to Edward Joseph. Ain't nothing you need to say to me, peoples. Because I've already shown you, I've already proven to you, peoples. Now, let's go back to Irene's live. And let's play that from the beginning to the end. And let's listen in to what they were saying. Because you heard what Irene was saying. Listen to what she was saying. You dropping, are you in the indication that are you going to be stoned? Are you going to be high? You just heard what she said, people. So let's go back to Irene's live. I don't know if I got Irene's live, but if I don't, I'm gonna go download Irene's live. So let me check my archives and see if I got it downloaded. If not, then I'm gonna just get it. See how I piece this thing together, peoples? Now we know kENNEkA and all of these other players was in Irene's live because now we see the deleted footage. So it ain't no voiceover. kENNEkA was really in Irene's live, but kENNEkA was never in TY's live. Okay, so that this is Irene before anything jumped off because she was there earlier. So let's watch this. I'm sorry, people, I didn't know that I had my picture up like that. So I'm gonna rewind this all the way back because that ain't nothing but a minute, and then let me enlarge it so you can clearly see it. All right. I don't know if this thing got audio, but we'll see. Let's go. All right, so that was before the live ever started in Irene's live, peoples, as you can see. So now let me see if I can find Irene's live, peoples, because we already know that kENNEkA was in Irene's live. So now let me see if I can find Irene's live, peoples. If I don't have it, then yeah, here it is right here. Okay, here it is right here. This is Irene's live. So now this is the later version of Irene's live. This is after all of what we have seen transpired. Okay, so where did I just had it. There it is right there. Let me put that in my editing software. All right. So now let's go ahead and put that in here. Close it up and let me block this off and lock the track. And then let's bring that all the way back to the beginning. Now let's take a look at this, peoples. Now notice how this part of the live happened after the pills took effect, and now they all getting all giddy and talkative and everything. Beforehand, the first two lives, they wasn't really talking and getting all crazy and stuff. See, this is the other part of the live, because Irene's live was long, but they just cut it up in sections and making it trying to seem like her live wasn't really that long, but it was. The first one is the beginning of the live. This is close to the ending of the live, because remember, they've already been in the room for quite some time. And so now they're going to get tapped on the head and Irene is going to leave. But who else leaves with Irene and that guy? See? Now you see how everything is coming in perspective, peoples? Irene's live was longer than what people thought it was, because they deleted all of this video footage. But I was able to obtain it and things, and now I'm showing you. And as I say, peoples, again, these kids all the time go live. So it ain't no reason why they wouldn't be showing themselves on camera. So this is why I challenge T Slut, show me a video or anything of these kids at the Marriott, because they all the time go live. Now it's unnatural for these kids not to be live, because that's what they do. And they wanted to chronicle the moment. So T Slut cannot show you a video of them at the Marriott going live. She can't. And that's why I had to shut her down. Gigolo the Pigolo, Custom the Barnum and Bailey Circus Clown, Nosy Big Butt, Trey Thunder Booty Gay. Did I leave anybody else out? I think I got them all. All right, yeah. So that's who. All right, peoples. Let's look at Irene's live, the ending part of Irene's live, peoples. And I'm going to merge all of this together. Let's go, peoples. Let's go. Now remember when the guy said that there was drinking and smoking weed, right? He said there was drinking and smoking weed. Okay, so we see kENNEkA had a cup. We see Bree had a cup. We see Shemaiah had a cup. And Irene was drinking out of Shemaiah's cup. I mean, out of Bree's cup. I mean, out of Monifa's cup. Not Shemaiah didn't have a cup. Bree, I mean, okay, I'm getting it mixed up. kENNEkA had a cup. Bree had a cup, and Monifa had a cup. And Irene was drinking out of Monifa's cup. But you see Irene smoking marijuana. What did the guy say in the case files? He said that there was marijuana and there was drinks going around. That's what he said, right? It's all in the case files. That's what he said. That's what you seen playing out in the video, peoples. Clear as daylight, right? Okay, so let's go. Now I want you guys to notice something. Look, and let me revert the video back a little bit and stuff. Let me put that on mute. So now let me go back a little bit, and you can clearly see the person that is adjacent to Irene. Now, see, all of this is only what everybody have been seeing. People didn't see the other video footage that I played in Irene's live. So this is why people got confused and was thinking kENNEkA was never in Irene's live, and that this was the only piece of Irene's live. But see, people's after further investigation, I keep telling you, Edward Joseph keep pulling the rabbit out the hat. Now we can clearly see all of what I played beforehand and afterwards. See? And then look who's on the bed, peoples. Look who's on the bed. And then look what's on the bed. On the bed is what? Black and Mild, right there. Who's on the bed? That trainee that's in the background. Y'all see that? Bingo to the bingo, peoples. Nobody else is on the bed on this side with Irene. Okay, y'all see that, right? But remember, kENNEkA and all of them is still in the room. This person is sitting on the edge of the bed. There's the Black and Mild that they go and rip up and put weed in it and smoke. Y'all see that, right? Okay, so bingo to the bingo, Edward Joseph. Man, you killing it. See? This is the only video that has been surfacing a lot, where everybody thought that kENNEkA was never in Irene's life, but now we know she was. Now we know all of those people were in Irene's live. And the boys was telling it. Let's go. Now we see another person that is standing up by Irene. You can clearly see him in the video right there. See that? And they're standing up and looking at the door. There they are right there. See that? So now this is when the people start to come to the party because now Irene is on the phone parking the parking lot. 926, parking the parking lot. 926. Not the Marriott and not Schiller's Park and not the west side of Chicago. So I don't understand how T Slut can put kENNEkA at the west side of Chicago when we clearly see kENNEkA at the Crown Plaza with Monifa, Shemaya, and Bree and Irene. So peoples. I'm curious to see how T Slut will go ahead and try to make you believe that kENNEkA was never at the Crown Plaza. I'm just curious to see how she does that, peoples. I mean, as smart as T Slut is, she's just literally putting her foot deep in the crack of her tail. I don't understand it. Why would she want to go rogue like that, peoples? Is it for views? Is it for clout? You know what? Why would her Gigolo the Pigolo, nosy big butt, trade thunder booty gay, and customs to Barnum and Bailey clown will go ahead and go against the narrative, peoples, and go ahead and put out all of this hilarious and nefarious bullshit and madness. Help me to make that make sense. But there's the timeline right there, peoples. There it is, right there. There's the proof of the pudding. And it ain't nothing you can say about it, peoples. Let's go. Remember what she said. She said, Anisha ain't here. So, Anisha, who? Who is Anisha? She said, Anisha ain't here. Is it Anisha Fowler? You know, is it Anisha Fowler? Is it the fake kENNEkA that you guys have been proclaiming that is playing kENNEkA? Well, she said Anisha ain't here. And the only Anisha that has been surfacing that I ever known of is Anisha Fowler. When you guys tried to proclaim that Anisha is kENNEkA. All right, peoples. Let's listen in. Let's go. Now, you heard what the young lady said. Two girls. Did you hear that? Let me rewind that back. She said two girls. Let's rewind that back a little bit because you can clearly hear what she said. Two girls. And that's before, I mean, that's after she gets tapped on the head. Now, the guy in the gray, I mean, the guy in the black hoodie tapped Irene on the head, and then somebody screams out, two girls. Let's listen to this, people. Listen attentively. Did you hear what she said? Something, something, something. Two girls. They needed two girls. Let's play that back again, peoples. I want you to hear that. Something about two girls. This is right after Irene gets tapped on the head. Let's watch this. So if anybody can make out whatever, but I heard two girls. I don't know what she said. Something, something, two girls. But this is after Irene got tapped on the head. So where did Irene go? kENNEkA is still in the room. Everybody is still in the room. Everybody is still in the room. And the party hasn't even got crunking yet because TY and them ain't even got there yet. I said TY and crew hasn't even got there yet. And Irene gets tapped on the head. The girl said something about two girls. And then let's look what happens after this. You know, it never dawned on me, but this checking out song, it was a sign for them. Somebody is checking out. You know, it never dawned on me about the song, but now I understand the song. They're checking out. Somebody's checking out. Two girls checking out. Everybody is leaving. Monifa goes into the bathroom and then comes back and start playing with her cord. What happened after this point, peoples? Because the video goes off and we have no other video after this. What happened at this point, peoples? Because kENNEkA was never in TY's live. And all of this happened before TY went live. We thought TY went live first and then all of this. No. This was the beginning of the party that was at the Crown Plaza with TY and all of them in it. And we never seen kENNEkA jENkINS. And the girl who you guys thought that was kENNEkA walking into the establishment, and the girl who you guys thought that was kENNEkA jENkINS, and that was in TY's live, it was not kENNEkA jENkINS, peoples. It was not kENNEkA jENkINS. And I've already proven that based upon the testimony of what the guy had stated, based upon the video footage of what I've just shown you. kENNEkA was never walking the halls of that establishment, and kENNEkA was never in TY's live, peoples. She never was. And that was not kENNEkA, peoples. All right, so let's continue to watch, peoples. Let's go. So the question is, why did Monifa get up and go to the bathroom and then carry the phone onto herself? Something is happening. So why did she take the phone? And then that's the end of the video. I said that is the end of the video, peoples. So let's go back a little bit right here. Right there. And we see that person standing in the back. Y'all see him right there. Okay, and so now let's go back a little further in the video, peoples. And I want to go right about here. So who is that standing over behind Monifa? The guy in the black hoodie. There he is right there. The one who was sitting on the edge of the bed. And then let's go right here, peoples. Monifa gets up, who is in the mirror when she walks to the bathroom? So something was already in motion when they got up and started playing that music. Check it out. Or checking out or something. I don't know. Let's see right here. Okay. That's her reflection right there. Let's see if we can see anybody else when she was in. Okay, so that was her reflection right there in the bathroom, as you can see. Right there, that's her standing in the bathroom. That's her reflection. Okay, so does it make sense now, people? Isn't it making a lot more sense now than ever before? And now we got a lot more clarity out of confusion, peoples. Does it make a lot of sense to you now that kENNEkA, now that we know, kENNEkA was in the room in Irene's live and not at Schiller's Park and not at the Marriott like T. Slut has proclaimed, peoples. Do you guys see that for yourselves now, peoples? Do you clearly see it for yourself now, peoples? Do you understand it for yourself, peoples? All right. So now what I want to do, peoples, is I want to go through the case files because I want to find Mr. Love's testimony and I want to find Bravery's testimony. So let's go ahead and share my screen this way. Let's go back to the case files. And let's go ahead and let's look to see if we can find what they were saying. So I last left off at number 48. So let's go ahead and click on number 49. Okay, so number 49 is a request of conduct for forensic cell phone things, so we don't need that. So let's look for number 50. 50. The purpose of my attempt was to contact somebody. Okay, so we don't need that. All right, so let's go with number 51 or 52. Okay, let's see. Is there anything this has to do with the credit card? Nothing in this case file ever mentioned the Marriott peoples. All right, so 51 we don't need. So let's go look at 52. Or 50, that's 52. Let's look at 53. Okay. I was asked to return to the building and attempt to speak with blank. We met to address in Chicago. That could we crime scene nothing further. Employee results as we exited the apartment building residence from the third floor outside. She identified herself as blank to confirm that also note a business card to call us. We cleared. Okay, so this is nothing we need. 53. Let's go to 54. Okay, so it says I Detective Kilos. Okay. This may be of importance, but we'll see. Okay. It says I Detective Kilos conducted a non-custodial interview with blank at blank the morning of September 15, 2017 at approximately 10:35 hours. Blank was advised that she could stop the interview and leave at any time. 9th District Chicago Police Department tactical officers stood by in the area. The following is a summary and not verbatim. So, why do they continue to keep having the Chicago police tactical officers stand by? Did they think that something was going to go off with these kids? Because they mentioned that several times in the interviews with these people. It says Blank stated that she goes by the name of Blank on Facebook. I asked her if she attended the party at the Crown Plaza Hotel on the early mornings of September the 9th, 2017. She stated yes. I then asked her what time she arrived. She stated that she drove there in her SUV and parked in the valet area at around 0150 hours, which is 1:50 a.m. in the morning. I asked her if she drove with anyone. She stated that she drove with the following individuals: blank sister and blank cousin. When asked about the party, she stated she heard about the hotel party. She stated when asked about the party, she stated she heard about the hotel party from her brother, blank. She stated that this was her first time that she had been out since she had twins approximately 4 months ago. When asked about how many people were in the room at the time she arrived, she stated that there was roughly about 15 to 20 people in the room. She stated that she did not know anyone there aside from Tyrese and the group she came with. I asked her if she knew Jenkins. She stated that She did not know her aside from passing by her at the party. I asked if she recalled seeing Jenkins drinking or smoking at the party. Blank stated that she did not see Jenkins drinking or smoking. I asked her if she recalled if there were any fights or arguments at the party. She stated that there were no fights or issues at the party. I asked what time she left the party. Blank stated she left about 3:15 to go to her baby's father's mom's house to pick up the children. I then took a picture of Blank for a Sergeant Douglas and thanked her for her time. I concluded the interview at about 10:50 hours, nothing further. So that ain't yielding us anything, only to the degree that she just was at the party and she passed by kENNEkA. So 54 we're going to delete. So let's go to 55. Okay. Blank is the front desk attendant at the Crown Plaza located in Rosemont, Illinois. Stated that she was scheduled to work on 9/8/2017 from 1500 hours to 2330 hours. Sometime during her shift, she remembers two subjects walking to the front desk asking about possible rooms. Okay, so this is when they were going in to rent the rooms. All right, so let's see. Okay. Okay. All right, so this is really nothing that we need to look at right now, but we'll keep a mental note of this. So we're going to delete 55. All right, so let's look at 56. Okay, so this is what Nosy Butt was saying, that another girl whose name is kENNEkA. I, Detective Kilos, conducted a non-custodial interview with Blank at Blank on the morning of September 15, 2017 at approximately 1100 hours. Was advised she could leave at any time. 9th District Chicago Police Tactical Officers stood by in the area. The following is a summary, not verbatim. Blank stated that she goes by her middle name, kENNEkA, not kENNEkA. I asked about whether or not she had a Facebook page. She stated that she went by Blank on Facebook, but that her personal page had been deactivated over the past several weeks due to it being a distraction with work. She stated that she works for a security company, Titan. I asked Blank if she was at the hotel party at the Crown Plaza Hotel on the early morning hours of September the 9th. She stated yes. She stated that she met up with others at her cousin's apartment, Blank, before going to another party on the west side of Chicago to pick up Jasmine. So this is the party that T Slut is referring to, but they never stated kENNEkA was there. When they got back in Blank's vehicle, she stated that she had no idea where they were going at first. She was told that they were going to a hotel party while they were on the way. Blank confirmed that they had arrived at the hotel approximately 01:45 to 200 hours at 1:45 in the morning. She was confident that the group left the Crown Plaza at 3:15. When asked how many people were in the room at the time, Blank stated that there were three girls, including Jenkins, and four boys she didn't know. The only others were the group she arrived with, including Blank, Blank, and Blank. When asked if she drank or smoked at the party, Blank denied smoking or drinking at the party. She stated that she did drink Hennessy prior to going to the party. Blank stated that Blank drove her home from her cousin's house, Blank Apartments. She stated that Blank drove her to the area of Madison and Sacramento. I took a picture of Blank for Sergeant A. Douglas and thanked her for her time. Interview concluded at 11:20. Okay, so we're going to keep this one because it clearly shows that she was at the west side of west side of the Chicago to pick up Jasmine. And she goes by the middle name kENNEkA. But she couldn't have been deceased people's because of the simple fact that she gave this testimony. So she was much alive. But she never stated that she played kENNEkA. But just because a girl goes by the middle name kENNEkA doesn't mean anything. It just means that a girl that was at the party went by the name kENNEkA. That's it. And I'm sure that she doesn't even look like kENNEkA. Okay? All right, so this is what nosy Big Butt was trying to tell me and stuff, but it really didn't make no difference because, again, there's no reference to her playing kENNEkA. Or they got any of these girls mixed up. Let's go to 57. Okay. On the afternoon of September the 15th, 2017, Detective Kilos conducted a non-custodial interview with subject Blank in the area of 600 block Laverne in Laverne, Ohio. At approximately 1400 hours, was advised that she was free to leave at any time. Chicago Police 15th District Tactical Officer Sergeant Gonzalez and Officer Cuevas stood by. The following is in summary and not verbatim. When asked if she attended the party at the Crown Plaza Hotel on September the 8th, 2017 into September the 9th, 2017, she stated yes. When asked the time she arrived there, she stated that she arrived there between 2300 and 2330 hours, which is 11 to 11:30. She continued that she drove to the party with one of the individuals celebrating their birthday. Blank. I asked her who else she came to the party with. She stated that she came with Blank and Blank. I asked if she had been smoking or drinking at the party. Blank admitted to having smoked marijuana as well as having drunk Hennessy. When I asked if she saw kENNEkA drinking, she stated yes. I asked her how much she drank at first. She stated that kENNEkA drank 1 cup at first. However, as the evening went on, she observed kENNEkA drinking straight from the bottle. I asked that I asked her what kENNEkA was drinking. She stated Hennessy. I asked her again roughly how much Hennessy has kENNEkA may have consumed. She stated most of the bottle, fifth of Hennessy. Blank continued on that kENNEkA left the room by herself. Her friends followed behind her roughly a few minutes later. She then stated that her friends came back for kENNEka's car keys and cell phone. I asked Blank what time she left the hotel party. She stated that she left at approximately 0400 hours with Blank. She stated that everyone left the party by that time. I asked Blank for her Facebook page. Blank stated she uses the name of Blank and Blank. I asked Blank to pull up her on Facebook page on her cell phone. I took a picture of it. I then took a picture of Blank to provide Sergeant Douglas. I asked Blank if she knew Peas. She stated yes. He goes by the name of John Doe on Facebook. I asked. I then asked Blank if she could recall any fighting or issues in the room. She stated that everyone was getting along and there was no fighting. I asked Blank if anyone from the hotel came to room 926. She stated that she didn't recall anyone coming to the room. I then asked if she had any contact with any employee from the hotel. She stated that she did see a uniformed worker at the front desk. The worker told her and Blank that they would receive free parking validation. I asked if she could recall a name. At the time of the interview, she was unable to provide me with a name. I asked her to describe the employee. She stated that the subject was a male with dark colored hair, no facial hair or glasses. I asked if she had any other conversations with the employee. She stated that the subject told them it was okay to dismantle the smoke detector in the room 926 so they can smoke. I asked if anyone was there at the desk at the time. She said that Blank was with her. I asked if anyone dismantled the smoke detector. She stated that around midnight someone took it down. She was unable to tell me who took it down. I then concluded the interview with Blank at approximately 14-15 hours. Then I waited for Sergeant Douglas to finish speaking with another individual, Dean, in the area. Okay, so this is really interesting, peoples, because she stated that she saw kENNEkA drink a fifth of Hennessy. But she stated that she was at the Crown Plaza. So she stated that she saw kENNEkA drinking a fifth of Hennessy, and then she also stated that kENNEkA left the room by herself. But then her friends followed behind her roughly a few minutes later. So she's saying that kENNEkA left by herself and then the kids came out about a few minutes later. So that's a little different from the testimonies that we've been hearing earlier. So everybody has a slight different account. But the main thing is that kENNEkA was in that hallway at a certain time. This young lady never gave the time that kENNEkA had walked out to the hallway or was in the hallway. But the one thing that she did corroborate what the others had stated was she then stated that the friends came back for kENNEka's car keys and cell phone. But she didn't say how long that they were in there. So she did state that Monifa and Shemaiah came back to retrieve kENNEka's car keys and cell phone. So that's what we are, peoples. We are on the report number 57. We still got a lot more reports to go into and things and stuff, and we got a lot more content to cover. Whole lot of content to cover. But I hope you guys are seeing exactly what I'm doing and how I am breaking this thing down. And so we're going to break these case files down, and we are going to take bits and pieces out of it so we can put it together, so we can put it in a video form so you can see. I'm going to put it in a PowerPoint presentation that of what the people were saying from their account as it pertains to their narrative for the case files. Then we're going to add the video footage of Irene, when Shemaya and Monifa and kENNEkA and Bree all know was in the video footage. We're going to piece all of that stuff together, and then we're going to present it to you. So I hope, peoples, that you guys are clearly seeing a pattern and clearly seeing something for yourself. Clearly seeing that a lot of people is putting kENNEkA in that hallway. We have yet to get love, and we have yet to get Bree testimony. But we're going to get it, peoples. We're definitely going to get it. And we're going to take a look at it, and we're going to see if that corroborates or complements anything else that these other people were saying. But there is a common theme that all of them that shares, and that is kENNEkA was literally in that hallway at around the 3 o'clock hour, peoples. And I'm going to stop right here, peoples. I need to go and I need to fix me something to eat. I'm not going to do like I did on last night and starve myself while I'm being on live. So I'm going to take a brief intermission. I will be back about 6 o'clock my time. And we're going to do part 2 with this, peoples. And we're going to go a little further with the case files and see what other parts of the case file can we literally find, peoples. We're going to come back with part 2 if the Lord says the same with kENNEkA jENkINS, September the 8th, 2024. And so, peoples, let me go ahead and close out this live with what I've always do, peoples. And so now I've learned I can go ahead and play the music, but I just have to mute the extra pages and stuff so we don't get that double sound, because you guys can already hear the sound. So let's go and close it out like I always do, peoples. I'll be monetized back again in a couple of days because they have to see that I go live and not just regurgitate all reused content. So that's what I'm waiting for. That's what is pending, peoples. And I will be back monetized and stuff. So, there it is, peoples. I had to send a video and stuff. So some of you probably had saw the preview of what I did and things. But that's okay. And stuff. So let me go back to my channel. And I don't really care about being monetized, but I mean, I think it's just, hey, I worked this long and I worked this hard. I might as well just go ahead and keep it. I said I might as well just go ahead and keep it, people. So that's what I am doing now. So I've already submitted the video and things, which was good. So that's all that it is, peoples. So let me go and show you thus far what's happening, so you guys can be abreast as to what's going on, because like I say, I've always liked to be transparent, peoples. And so a few people left, but one person came back, which is good. So, we're still around in that area. So that's good. I do understand that, hey, my lives and stuff is not for everybody. And people get pissed off because of the things that I say. But as I say, peoples, I really don't care. So let's see what the 2 comments was. I don't see in the comments. So, all right. Was it help for review? Nope, it's not help for review. So there's no comments on there, so that's okay. So now let's go to the comment section. That is the comment section, so there's nothing. So let's go back here. Go to my channel. Let's go back to YouTube Studio, and let's see here. Let's go back to earn. Okay, so right here it says that your appeal is under review. You'll receive a response by email and in YouTube Studio within 14 days. Reminder, if you delete any videos after you receive your channel review decision, we won't be able to review your appeal. Well, it ain't no need for me to delete any videos because, like I say, I don't all the time just regurgitate videos and stuff, and just play it back. I do go live, and I showed them how I do go live and things. So I'm going to win this appeal. I don't have no doubt. And then I'm going to be back up and I'm going to be back monetized again. And then I'll be back, making my earnings and stuff. But until then, peoples, hey, I'm here. I'm live. I'm doing what I do. And so let me look at my analytics right quick. I'm still good. Your channel got 4,755 views within the last 28 days. Look at the bracket. It's still up and stuff. I got 2+ subscribers, so it brought me back up to. I lost a couple, but that's okay. I'm just here just to shoot my shot and do what I do, peoples. Oh, you guys can't see it because the kENNEkA picture is in the way. I thought you guys can see it, but you guys can't see it because the kENNEkA picture is in the way. But anyway, people, that's fine. I'll show you guys later. I just wanted to be transparent in things and, you know, do what I do, shoot my shot, and things like that. So that's fine. I'll show it again. But right now, peoples, let's go ahead and close out this live. I'll be back on in a couple of hours and stuff, and then we're going to see about diving in deeper, harder, and heavier with the kENNEkA jENkINS case. Is that all right, peoples? All right, let's close out like I normally do. And so I don't care about being monetized now because, I mean, and playing these music because, like I said beforehand, I'm not monetized, so it doesn't really make a difference. But let's go ahead and close out, peoples. Let's go.
If you give a little more than you take, and if you try to fix more than you break, if you're the kind who takes the time to help a stranger in the rain, there's a place for people like you. If you stand up for those down on their knees and lend a voice to those who cannot speak, if you shine a little light, give sight to the ones who've lost their way, there's a place for people like you. I've heard up there the streets are made of gold, and when you get there, there's a hand to hold. I believe when your days down here are through, there's a place up there for people like you. If you walk around with your heart on your sleeve, and if you try to be the change you wanna see, if you lay down your life for a love so someone could save, there's a place for people like you. I've heard up there the streets are made of gold, and when you get there, there's a hand to hold. I believe when the days down here are through, there's a place up there for people like you. I've heard up there the streets are made of gold, and when you get there, there's a hand to hold. I believe when your days down here are through you, there's a place up there for people like you. I know you're out there, so keep doing what you do, 'cause there's a place up there for people like you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Out of many